1991 didn't just shake up rock, it sucker punched the entire music industry and changed the sound of a generation. Think you know the songs? Think again. We're counting down 10 unforgettable tracks that not only dominate the charts, but also redefined what rock could be. Some sparked movements, while others sparked mosh pits. Our number 10 song was a grunge-flavored slap in the face to everything bubblegum pop stood for. Number 10, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana. Because 1 second the charts were full of hairspray and neon, the next, boom, 3 scruffy dudes from Seattle drop Teen Spirit and the world starts dressing like thrift shops exploded. Kurt Cobain didn't want to be a voice of a generation. He barely wanted to be awake, but that dirty, distorted riff, instant cultural reset. The lyrics, mumbled chaos. The vibe, pure rebellion. And somehow, it worked. It was loud, raw, and smelled like teen angst, teen sweat, and whatever deodorant no one was using. Gen X grabbed it like it was gospel, and the rest of us are all still shouting, hello, 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 without knowing why. But if this track kicked down the doors, the next one stomped through with steel-toed boots and a bedtime story from hell. Number 9, Enter Sandman, Metallica. Imagine your bedtime lullaby was whispered by a chainsaw-wielding metal god. Enter Sandman was Metallica's terrifyingly catchy anthem that made kids afraid of sleep, and somehow craved more. It kicks off with that eerie, creeping riff, like your closet just creaked open and something definitely blinked back. Then James Hetfield jumps in, all exit light, enter night, like he's hosting a haunted sleepover from the 7th circle of metal. And you know what? We showed up with popcorn. This track didn't just wake people up, it dropped Metallica into the mainstream. Suddenly, soccer dads were blasting thrash, and headbanging was officially an acceptable form of cardio. Dark, loud, and totally unhinged, it's everything a nightmare should be, except you keep hitting repeat. And now that we've wrestled our demons, it's time to face something even scarier: feelings. Number 8, Alive, Pearl Jam. Imagine finding out your dad isn't your real dad, and your real dad already gone. That's the emotional gut punch that powers Alive. For this song, Eddie Vedder cracked open a personal revelation and screamed it through a microphone. The first verse, straight from his own life. Teenage Vedder learns a truth that rewires his entire identity. The second verse, that's where the storytelling kicks in, pushing the pain even further. It's part confession, part catharsis, and all wrapped in that signature Vedder growl that sounds like it's been aged in cigarettes and unresolved trauma. And the kicker? The song's called Alive, but it feels like it's asking if that's even a good thing. It's raw, it's real, and it hit a nerve with anyone who's ever tried to process the past. Number 7, November Rain, Guns N' Roses. What do you get when a hard rock band trades beer-soaked riffs for grand piano and full orchestra? Apparently, magic. November Rain wasn't just a ballad, it was a 9-minute power move that screamed, "Yeah, we can do epic too." Axl Rose went full drama king. Piano, strings, church, storm clouds, tuxedo at a funeral, all in one music video. And Slash? He walks out of that chapel into the desert and rips a solo so emotional, it probably made Zeus cry. This track wasn't built for radio. It was built for stadiums, heartbreaks, and late-night existential crises. You didn't just listen to November Rain. You sat through it like it was your own personal rock opera. And somehow it worked. Over the top? Yes. Iconic? Absolutely. Number 6. Losing My Religion, R.E.M. A rock song built around a mandolin? Bold. A chart-topping hit with lyrics that barely made sense? Iconic. Losing My Religion is the musical equivalent of that one deep conversation you had at 2 a.m. that left you confused but strangely enlightened. Michael Stipe sings like he's spilling secrets in a dream, and the band backs him up with a melody that feels like it should be playing during an indie film epiphany. And despite sounding like a breakup with God, spoiler, it's not. It's just an old Southern phrase about losing patience, spun into a poetic spiral of insecurity and longing. No chorus, no guitar solo, just vibes, mandolin, and one existential crisis after another. Somehow it kicked ass, and we're still trying to figure out why. Number 5. Lithium, Nirvana. What do you get when you mix sarcasm, sadness, and a whole lot of distortion? Lithium. The song that sounds like a nervous breakdown wearing a flannel. It's unpredictable. One minute it's whispering sweet nothings, the next it's screaming into the void. And somehow that exactly captured the mood of the 90s. Cobain's lyrics? Half diary entry, half philosophical riddle. And that's what made it powerful. It was raw, messy, beautifully flawed, and it dared to be vulnerable at full volume. Lithium wasn't just another track on Nevermind. It was a sonic tug-of-war between peace and chaos, and it absolutely hit home. Number 4, Give It Away, Red Hot Chili Peppers. What happens when you plug funk into a blender, add punk, sprinkle in shirtless chaos, and hit puree? You get Give It Away, a track so energetic it probably burned calories just listening to it. Flea's bassline slaps harder than your Wi-Fi cutting out mid-chorus, and Keita spits lyrics like a philosopher on a caffeine bender. The song's not just about generosity, it's a full-body workout disguised as spiritual advice. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. It's not a suggestion, it's a command. And let's not ignore that video. Silver body paint, desert dancing, and more hair flips than a shampoo commercial. That was performance art on a Red Bull. Number 3, I Don't Want to Change the World, Ozzy Osbourne. You know that one guy who refuses to calm down with age? Ozzy made an entire metal anthem about it. I Don't Want to Change the World is basically Ozzy yelling, I'm still crazy and I like it that way. over a wall of shredding guitars. Released in '91 and louder than your neighbor's lawnmower at 7 a.m., this track proved Ozzy wasn't ready to trade in his bat-biting days for a rocking chair just yet. It's fierce, fast, and gloriously unfiltered, the musical version of flipping the bird in a leather trench coat. And just when you think he's done, boom, the live version wins a Grammy. Because of course it did. Prince of Darkness? More like king of staying relevant. Number 2, Right Now, Van Halen. Van Halen, known for shredding solos and party anthems, suddenly drops a piano ballad about seizing the day? Yep. Right Now was the moment they swapped red cups for reflection, and somehow pulled it off without losing their edge. It opens with a dramatic piano riff that sounds like Beethoven just crashed a band rehearsal. And then Sammy Hagar jumps in, practically yelling at you to stop procrastinating and do something with your life already. The lyrics punch harder than the guitars this time, talking politics, injustice, and personal growth, all while still making you want to nod your head like, yeah, I should quit that job. It was smart, sharp, and surprisingly motivational coming from a band that once sang about hot teachers. Number 1, Learning to Fly, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
So I've started out for God knows where.
What happens when rock's coolest voice pairs a drum machine with a midlife crisis and somehow makes it feel like a sunrise? You get Learning to Fly, the most laid-back existential anthem of 1991. Tom Petty didn't scream, he didn't shred, he just looked life straight in the eye, shrugged, and said, well, guess I'm learning to fly without wings. And the world nodded like, yeah man, same. It's the kind of song that makes you stare out of the window like you're in a 90s coming-of-age movie, even if you're still waiting on a burrito. The lyrics are simple, but the weight, sneakily massive. You don't just listen to this track, you float in it. Catchy, comforting, and deeper than it lets on, Learning to Fly earns its spot at the top by reminding us that sometimes, just trying is enough. "1991 gave us legends, anthems, and game changers. Still hits hard, doesn't it? Drop your favorite in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more rock deep dives.